Welcome to Menopause Moguls podcast, the Elevation Talk series, with yours truly, Dr. Joyelle. I am Dr. Joyelle, the Menopause Mogul, board certified OBGYN and business coach for Black women 40 and over. And my mission is to educate, embolden, and empower Black women and other women of color in their journey through health and careers. This is a space for Black women and other women of color to share their compelling trials and tribulations in their health and or in their careers and businesses. This is where we recognize the humanity of Black women and show how Black women continue to elevate despite midlife challenges and changes. Hello. Welcome back to another episode of Menopause Moguls. We got a solo episode going on, y'all. How are y'all doing? Thank you so much for tuning in, whether you're listening on Apple Podcasts or whatever listening app you are listening through or watching on YouTube. Thank you. I want to also thank you all who have made comments on my YouTube videos. I appreciate you. Please keep them coming. Those of you who are here, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Those who are listening, leave a review, 5-star review, because the more we leave review, the more we leave comments, the more we like these videos, the more people, more women see these videos and this content. So I appreciate y'all for sharing, liking, commenting, and leaving reviews. Thank you. So today I wanted to talk about menopause and how many of us can use menopause as a discount. All right. And I want us to stop using menopause as a discount, right? So I was reading an article and it was talking about the economic impact of menopause. In this one article, there was a study in Canada that essentially showed that menopause costs employers $237 million annually in lost productivity and costs women a staggering $3.3 billion in lost income due to a reduction in hours and or pay or leaving the workforce altogether. So it has a huge economic impact, right? In the US, it has been shown, research has shown that there has been an annual cost of lost workdays of $1.8 billion. $1.8 billion. So obviously, menopause affects us in the workplace, and obviously menopause can affect us as we're building a business. But what I want to talk about is how many of us can use menopause as a discount. And what I mean by that is that when we have our symptoms that come up, we discount the gifts that we have. We discount the talents that we have. Even if we start our business, we may discount our prices of the services that we provide because of our symptoms. Like, because I have these hot flashes and I have this brain fog, I shouldn't charge people too much because I may not be able to show up like I want to show up because of these symptoms. And also, I found that many of us discount the experience that we already have when we are moving into entrepreneurship. And I can certainly relate to that because of my own journey, going from being a physician, a full-time practicing physician, into entrepreneurship. As you all know, I've definitely expressed how it was so scary to me, right? And because I felt like I did not know business, I did not have enough experience in business because I'm a doctor. I know how to take out uteruses and deliver babies. That's what I do, right? I can do that in my sleep, right? And now I got this business that I want to build. I'm like, I don't know nothing about no business. I don't have no business degree. I don't have this. I don't have that. So I remember myself spinning in that direction when I first started. And I know many of you may be doing the same thing. And what I want to submit to you and encourage you to not use menopause as a discount. Use menopause as devaluing who you are and what you want to build, because it is easy for us to say, okay, I just don't have enough. I don't have I don't have that certificate. I don't have that degree, which means I can't do this thing like build a business. And that's so not true. So not true, y'all. And when we move from within a place of not having enough or not being enough, we it doesn't allow us to move audaciously into this entrepreneurial space, right? Because that keeps us stuck is because I don't have enough, I can't do that thing over there because I'm not, I don't have enough of this, I can't do that thing over there. And what I want to submit to you, menopause is not a discount. It's actually an upgrade. It's a maximization where you can actually raise yourself to your higher self in this transition of menopause. And I know that when we are going through some things mentally, physically, emotionally, it is not easy. It's hard. It is at times debilitating. But I don't want us to stay in that space of struggle and like, oh my God, this is happening to me. And I want you to shift your mindset to thinking like, okay, this is happening, but what am I gaining from this? What do I actually already have as I'm moving through this transition? Because like I said, for me, when I was going from being a full-time practicing OBGYN to now a business coach, I'm like, in my mind, those two things don't go together. But then I realized with the help of, trial and error, with the help of a coach, I realized that what I actually learned in my experience as a physician, what I've done as far as skills and things like that as a physician, transmits or can spill over into what I do as a coach, right? And even with, as I was going through my symptoms and the learning that I had to do about myself and the self-awareness and discovery that I had to do, that also helped me raise myself to my higher self in order to do the big scary thing, right? So instead of allowing the struggle of the night sweats and the mood swings and the brain fog and all of that to keep me back and keep me stuck and not really follow through with a dream of building a business, I was able to work through that when I shift my mindset to say like, okay, I know I'm going through this transition, this menopause transition, but this is not something to devalue me or make it seem like, I should just discount what I have, but actually say like, okay, this is actually allowing me to learn even more about myself and even allowing me to show up for myself and then show up differently and more powerfully in this space because I've learned so much more aware of myself and what I want and what I need in this transition, and then allow me to then build this business and help other women do the same thing. So, when you think about, the challenges that you may be going through, whether it's within you internally, your changes that your body's going through, your mind, things like that, or even things outside of you, right? I want you to realize or to know that you don't have to let your circumstances diminish who you are, diminish your value. What you've gone through in your life, what you've gone through, other challenges, all of those things matter and add up, right? And I know just talking to other women where we feel like, you've done this, even for myself, I've done all this schooling in this one industry, right? All this schooling, education, training, and now I'm going to go do something totally different or, very different from what I'm used to. And you feel like, oh my gosh, like, how am I going to do that? Right? And I don't have enough. I don't have enough skill. I have enough expertise, but you certainly do. If you really, truly look at what you've gone through, your lived experience, what you've already accomplished in whatever industry that you are in now, all of that, you add tax to what you're doing, right? You add more profit to what you are building because you've had that lived experience, because you've already use different skills in the other industry that you're doing. You can bring all of that to building your business. And the wisdom that you've acquired over the years, all of that adds value to you and your business. So if you look at it that way, right? If you look at it that way, menopause is definitely not a discount. It is actually an opportunity for you to take yourself to your next level, raise, maximize to your higher self because of all the things that you have gone through up until this point. So you think about, oh, if I'm trying to build this business, do I need another degree? Do I need another this? Like, no, you don't. And not to say that you can still get it eventually, and if that's something that you want, but you don't have to have all of that to start. You have to think about what you have now and appreciate what you have now and celebrate what you have now, what you have accomplished thus far. And all of that adds value to you and your business, and you can start building now. You can start building now. So instead of looking at, the brain fog, the night sweats, the mood swings, the fatigue, like all of that, it's so easy for us to use that, like I said, discounting our gifts, discounting the talents that we've already accomplished. Like you don't stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Because this is, again, your opportunity. Okay, this is what's happening. What do I need to do to feel whole again? And again, recognize that even though I'm undergoing this experience of these symptoms, I still have the things that I've learned over the years. I still have the skills that I have improved in, been able to use in other spaces. I still have all of that moving forward. So you have what you need already, within you, already in your hand. You just have to recognize it and acknowledge it, celebrate it, and know that you can still build that big and scary thing, even though you don't have whatever certificate you think you may need, or the degree that you may need, or even the potential experience, right? You have a different experience that you can bring to that table and use that to build your business. And this is what I help my clients in Menopause Moguls to do, where, when they get to the space of, okay, now I want to build this business, but I don't think I can because I don't feel good in my skin. I don't feel capable. I don't have the capacity, right? So at this point, what they learn to do is the self-work, right? That work that they look within themselves and ask themselves the question, okay, what do I need in this moment where I'm experiencing, whatever symptom or thing that is? What do I need right now? What do I need to pour into myself so I then can have the capacity? And at the same time, celebrating their wins, looking at their life, over the years, look at the experiences they've had over the years, and actually celebrating and acknowledging those wins that they've already had. And now shifting their mindset to say, like, okay, those wins actually add value to what I'm building. And I can now move forward and build this business because I've had this, because I've accomplished this, because I've learned this. And of course, we continue to learn, right? We continue to evolve. And that is, this is a revolving door, right? Of learning and maybe falling down a little bit and then get back up and learning again. Like all of this is a revolving door. But what I want you to realize, like this is not, I don't want you to look at it as you have to discount or diminish who you are because of what you're going through, whether it's menopausal symptoms or whether it's something outside of you. You know, as I always say, life be life, and there's always something going on. But I don't want you to allow that to diminish who you are. Even the things that come up for you as far as, you've tried to build a business before, you tried something before and it didn't work out, the failure, all of that. Don't allow that to discount your gifts. Because again, shifting your brain to say, okay, yeah, that happened, but what did I learn? What did I learn from it? And what can I do differently? What can I do to pivot in order to continue to make the baby steps, the steps towards building this business that I really want? So those are the things that you have to think about. And like I said, that's what I work with my clients with in regards to doing that self-work and that that really self-discovery and awareness of who they are evolving to, who they are becoming, and all this experience and things that they have learned thus far, bringing all of that to their business and allow them to move forward, because they now know, they know themselves and they trust themselves to do the big scary thing, despite despite the potential challenges that comes up, because they know the value, right? The value of the business, the value of themselves, and not allowing whether the symptoms or the circumstance to discount their gift, discount their business. They're able to, show up and ask for whatever price that they want for their services because they know the value within them from all the wisdom that they've acquired over the years. So if you are in a space where you want to build a service-based business, you're a high-achieving Black woman, 40 and over, women of color, want to build a service-based business, but feel like you don't have enough, or not enough, because of whether it's you don't have the training or the education, or maybe the experience, or because of what you're feeling mentally and physically, because of symptoms, all of that, I submit to you to hop on a strategy call with me so that we can strategize how you need to shift your mindset in a way that allows you to see the value within yourself, right? In order to make those steps forward. And like I said, there definitely are small steps, and those steps forward to building your business as you are going through these transitions, right? So, like I mentioned before in the beginning, where menopause definitely has an economic impact on the, honestly on the world, right? But I don't want you to feel like it is discounting you and your value, because it totally doesn't have to do that. You can change that narrative with doing the self-work, the work of, like I said, the self-discovery, the self-awareness, and really digging deep within yourself, and to really, and then excavate the value within you and trust yourself in order to do the things that you need to do, the big scary things to build a business. We do all of that in Menopause Moguls. So if that sounds like something that speaks to you, definitely schedule a strategy call with me. There's a link in the show notes so we can chat and figure out what that strategy is that would be, beneficial to you and your journey moving forward. So But that's what I have for you all today. Stop using menopause as a discount. Stop using your circumstances as a discount. Realizing that all the experience that you've had over these years, all the challenges that you've gone through and come on the other side, all of that matters and all of that adds value to you and adds that you already have what you need right now to build your business, to follow your dream. All right. All right. Again, share, like, comment, leave a review, subscribe if you have not subscribed already, y'all. And until next time, sending love and light to you all. Take care.